Hello, I'm David Flatman and I'm here with Kamado Joe, and what we're doing to celebrate this year's Six Nations, the 2022 Six Nations, is getting a couple of guys together to cook their favourite meal in 40 minutes, i.e. the first half of a game of rugby. They've got 40 minutes to cook up their favourite feast, cook up a storm on Kamado Joe. Representing England this time around today, we have got the one and only, thankfully, the one and only Anthony Watson. All right, Tony?
I'm good, mate. You all right?
How you doing? Yeah, decent.
Very
So we've got an England international, British and Irish Lion, and he is, not unfortunately, but very kindly, actually stepping up to cook Dylan Hartley's intended recipe, who was meant to be here, but he has been banned for violent conduct. He calls it mistaken identity. It's gone to appeal. He won't like me saying this. He doesn't want to be typecast, but let's face it, when we think of Dylan, we think of extreme violence. Tony, good to see you. What are you cooking for us?
We're making basically a mini roast, mate, with some pork. So, yeah, I've acquired Dylan's recipe, so I'm going to try and do my best.
Are you on top of it?
I'll give it my best shot, mate. That's what I will say. We've got some Cajun spice here, just to spice it up a little bit. Dylan would have probably gone with something a bit more,
conservative.
Bland. Yeah,
of course he would.
So,
that's who he is, isn't it?
Yeah, he had to flavour it up a little bit with the Cajun.
Yeah, nice candy shop Cajun spice. Okay, now you are a Kamado Joe guy. I know that just as lockdown hit, we were talking to each other saying, well, I'll pop round and maybe show you the ropes on it, but lockdown regulations and legislation meant that I couldn't ever get round to show you, so I presume in the meantime you have mastered it.
I think mastered is a very strong word. If it isn't chicken wings or steak, which it isn't today, then,
Oh, it's kind of a
against
steak.
me.
It's kind of a steak.
But I'm going to do my best, mate. I'm going to do my best, and that's what's the most important thing,
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. I mean, that and the taste.
That is quite important.
Yeah, it is important. It's in some circles, as in today. So, what goes first? You got your potatoes there.
Yeah.
You got stuffing. You got pork, apple sauce. You got gravy.
Yeah.
Veggies. Well done. Token effort. No one's eating those.
So the stuffing's going on here first.
Right. Is that ready to go?
That is ready to go. Do you want me to do it now?
Yeah, go
I thought
for
you
it,
wanted me
mate.
to take you through it. Okay.
You do what you want.
Okay, here we go.
Which make it into a big milkshake if you want. We'll kick it all and stick it in a blender.
Worst case, lovely.
Hey, look at
Close
that.
then.
So what's that?
This is olive oil.
Do you like being outside and cooking, Tone?
I do, to be fair. I actually prefer it in the winter. Which
Do
is
you?
very strange, yeah. You're just going to escape the house for a little bit, and it's normally dark when you're doing it, so it's...
Get your big dog walking coat on.
Exactly, home avoidance, I think.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
That's probably
in a nice way.
Exactly.
Just to keep things fresh.
My
yeah?
missus won't be watching this, so
No.
we're good anyway.
Just to keep things fresh, not
Yeah.
to dodge any jobs,
No,
just
exactly,
keep it fresh.
exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Work trip, I call it, when I go out the back to cook. On a work trip.
Work trip.
Yeah, back at some point. Depends when it ends. I'll be back just after it ends. What do you normally cook then? Is it chicken wings and
I
steak?
love chicken wings,
Yeah.
like with a passion. So that is my go-to regularly.
Are you a hot sauce guy?
Yeah. Buffalo is the best.
Yeah.
Buffalo's the one. Mix that with a bit of barbecue sauce every now and then, but chicken wings, yeah, mate, that's me. That's the staple diet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do them super hot and then just blast them and keep turning them? And
Yeah. But to be fair, my missus has done a bit with the seasoning, and she's got it. Unfortunately, she's doing me on that.
Oh, really?
So I normally let her do that. And then
yeah, but
I'll
you
just take it
benefit.
outside.
You benefit.
I know, but I just want it all to be mine, When
Yeah.
people come around, I want to say it's all mine. And
You want it to be your baby.
Exactly.
So how's life as a pro rugby player at the moment? I mean, at the time of filming, you're on the way back from an injury.
Yeah.
Hopefully not too far off. Is it a bit? We don't need any private medical information. Don't worry about that. But is it a bit repetitive and it can get a bit boring? Because I know people don't like hearing that about pro sport, but it can, can't it?
Oh, for sure, yeah. It's definitely boring, especially when you just come out of your op, like 2 weeks after the op, and you're in there doing stuff that should be really, really easy, and it takes forever and it's hard. You're just like, oh my god, this is not ideal. But it comes around pretty quickly, and then for me anyway, with all the injuries I've had, like as soon as I can get running, I'm cool. Like, that's
the thing for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
being able to run, because the bike's horrible, the ski erg's horrible.
Yeah.
Boxing is fun but horrible. So, and none of them are like replicate what you do. What you're paid to do. So for me, it's like until I can run, I'm pretty stressed out.
So I used to be like, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. Flats, you can run now. No. No. It still hurts. It really hurts. It's like it's a shoulder injury. Can't run. Can't run with that. Every time I land. I used to think because I'm heavier, a lot of weight going through it when I land. So I'm gonna have to give it another 6 to 8 weeks on the running.
All right, so flats. I'm just going to slice into the fat now.
Oh, little old trick of yours, is it?
Yeah, it's a first for everything. I might have done some due diligence last night on how to cook these.
That's good.
I
I always do that. And I've always done it because it makes them look cool and like gnarly and crispy, because all the heat gets on the inside there as well. But it probably is quite good in terms of like distributing the heat and rendering down the fat or something. I just do it because it looks cool, and you look like a pro, don't you?
Well, that's the main thing. I needed to look the part before I am the part, and that's what I'm trying to do today.
Look good, feel good.
There you go.
So you're going to cover these in rub in a minute.
I am the Cajun rub.
Are they a quick cook, these, or are they a slow burner?
Yeah, they're a pretty quick cook, but you do need to get the fat rendered down.
Yeah, you do.
So,
You do.
yeah.
You want that fat to melt a bit, don't you? 'Cause that's part of the taste. I
There
mean,
you
obviously, you're
Especially on these crispy bits.
you and I are incredibly lean, so we wouldn't normally eat fat. But as a special day out with Kamado Joe, we'll try one of the little nuggets off the end, one of the little biscuits off the end, won't we? I mean, I'll eat all of it, including the bone. I'll eat that board if you let me. It's got Cajun spice.
Mm-hmm. Lovely. I better just check on this stuff. Let's see if it's how we're
Yeah,
doing.
not a bad idea. Oh, they look nice because they can stick down, can't they?
They
don't-
can.
you don't
You've got
really do
to. Yeah, see that one stuck down a little bit. You just got to
It doesn't matter.
get underneath it a little bit.
But the little bits that stick down end up being really charred, and they're the nice little gnarly bits at the end you add on. You see,
You love a gnarly bit, don't you?
Yeah.
That's you.
I'm like a skateboarder in my spare time, so I normally wear really like big trainers with the laces undone.
DCs.
Your DCs, that's it. I couldn't think of them.
Tell you what, I'm enjoying how these potatoes are looking.
They look nice, don't they? Yeah. So you parboiled those, did you?
I
Just
have,
gave them a
yeah.
little tickle.
That was my, my preparation. My
Yeah.
slight preparation. Have a look at this.
Oh, that smells nice.
Yes.
That looks decent.
All right, we're looking for about 65 degrees.
What are we looking at there?
We're sitting at about 50.
Oh,
so
nice.
We've got a little while to go, but they're pretty quick, these, so.
That'll do. They're
we're
a quick
on the
cook,
way.
aren't they?
We're on the way, mate.
Easy little roast pork, this.
Yeah.
And you've got the
Dylan.
veggies. That broccoli won't take long, will it?
No, that's a couple minutes on here, so we'll get that fired up.
Let's talk about the Six Nations for a minute. I'm not going to ask you who you think are favourites because, there's only one answer to that.
Right.
Yeah, of course it is. I know that.
Yeah.
You don't want to say the wrong thing and you don't want Eddie Jones to see you saying the wrong
Exactly.
thing, right? But we all believe it.
Yeah, good, good.
But you're going to be watching the Six Nations, on telly or pitch side or whatever it
Yeah.
is. And again, a thing that happens to all rugby players. But are you a good spectator? Are you quite relaxed and you want everyone to do well, or are you actually pulling your hair out, pulling your beard out?
No, not at all. Like, I love, like, the guys who play in my position generally are some of my closest mates. So, like,
Yeah.
you look at Jack Noel, who's going to be playing this time, Johnny May as well. Like, those type of guys I've grown up with and played with like my whole career. So, when they're playing, I just want them to play as well as they can, and I think that the competition in place, I know that you're going to have heard this a million times, but I genuinely believe that them playing well makes any competition in that position want to play better. So that type of stuff, they're my mates first and foremost, but also they're my competition. So I just try and use them playing well as inspiration type thing for me to try and come back better as well.
I noticed something on your Instagram, that's that when Jack Noel was announced in the England squad, Eddie Jones' England squad, he hasn't been in the England squad for nearly 2 years now. You actually, whoever was, put up a clip of him scoring a great try for England, celebrating him being back, and you put that on your Instagram, and it makes me think, I'm not sure that many guys would do that. So there is a genuine love there amongst you guys. It's not all competition. You're actually buddies first.
No, 100%, especially Jack. Like,
He's a hard guy not to like, right?
Yeah, everyone loves Jack, but
Yeah.
he is a special bloke, and like he's had a rough run of it since that even at that World Cup, he had a rough run of it. So to see him back in the England squad after like all those injuries and all the sacrifices he's made, I was over the moon for him. So
He said he's cut the booze out, doesn't he? He's cut the booze out. I mean, or some of it.
Yeah. That's more like it.
Okay,
that's
yeah.
more like it. But we'll see.
Yeah, we've all cut some of it out.
Yeah.
3 glasses instead of 4 last night. I'm not in the England squad. I'll make it 2. Joke. What more have I got to do? Right, we're going in.
Yeah, we're checking.
Oh, that's not far off, is it? All that gear.
Oh, these are nice and crispy as well, proper. Right, let's check these again.
Right, what are you looking for?
65. Yep. Absolutely bang on.
Are they?
Yep.
Oh, God.
You know our old flats.
It's just
OCD perfectionist.
some people just good at stuff. It annoys me.
Right, let's pull these off.
Oh yeah, perfect. Look at them.
The gnarly bits are looking like new flats
Oh,
all
yeah.
over them.
Bit beaten up. Nice.
Let's bang this on there.
Great. It's gravy time now, isn't it?
It is gravy time.
You've got to dress it. What are you going to do? Just whack it on there in the pan?
Yeah,
I think I'd probably leave the spoon in and then regret it. That's probably what I'd do.
That's definitely what I would do.
Just something to remember that you obviously don't need reminding of is that the handle of that pan is metal.
Oh,
So that
that's
will
a
burn
very,
your hand
very,
off.
very good point.
So you've got a tea towel for that.
I do.
You've got to prise those off a bit, have you, Tone?
Yeah. Get right under. Ooh.
No, that'd be my first choice, that one.
Really? Is
Yeah,
that you? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Just down to earth guy, mate.
Yeah, I know how you.
Not a
roll
perfectionist like you know.
flats. I know how you roll flats. That is the stuffing finished. Let's get these potatoes off. Should be a lot easier than that.
This looks decent. So this is ultimately Dylan Hartley's recipe, but you could cook this again at home easy, couldn't you?
I actually could now.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a first. So
It's a crowd pleaser too, because those pork steaks and stuffing look awesome. Potatoes nice and crispy. It's beautiful.
So when you come round and I serve this up, you'll be happy with you?
Yeah. Of course I will.
100%?
Yeah, of course I will.
I don't know, mate. I think you've got high standards.
No,
with
mate,
this.
I'll just stop for a kebab on the way home. Absolutely fine.
Now, see there, I'm not surprised.
It's not actually, like, I'm not playing down what you've done here, because what you've done is a thing of beauty. It looks lovely. But it's not, some people would worry about cooking over fire and that sort of stuff, and it's not actually stressful or complicated, is
No.
it? You can actually, that's a whole roast dinner there.
No, this is fairly simple, to be fair. I'm very grateful that Dylan has left me this recipe.
Yeah.
'Cause if this had 2 more steps, I would have been
I
out.
know John Barclay had a fusion, a Greek, Mexican, Scottish venison wrap with pomegranate seeds. Mate, I saw his recipe. I said, that's never going to work, Chief. It did work,
Did
actually.
it? Was it
yeah,
good?
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Down the hatch.
Oh, that is lush. But he holds his knife funny like a pro, so he doesn't count anymore. It's like when someone goes on Strictly or something, and it's one of the lads, but you can tell they're basically like semi-pro level dancer, and it's like, well, hang on a minute, mate.
Yeah.
You're not an amateur, mate.
Yeah.
You know, you've done
Unfair
this before.
advantage.
You've done
Yeah,
this before,
yeah.
so we've ruled him out.
Yeah.
You're definitely going to win anyway. Just don't
You
worry
sure?
about it. I mean, I told the other lads that as well, but
Right, I think the gravy's hot enough, so we'll just bang the broccoli on there quickly, and I think we're pretty much done.
so that won't need long. So you parboiled that as well, did you?
Yep. Right, broccoli's done. So
Dunsky.
get this on there. Presentation is never my thing, flats. I'm being
No,
honest
it's
with you,
about taste, isn't it? Now I reckon you get that. I'm worried about that pan handle burning your hand. So if you use a tea towel,
I will use a tea towel.
some people would spoon gravy onto that in a restaurant, when you probably should. I'd be tempted to pour it straight from the pan, but it's up to you.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. Look at that, measured to perfection as well.
Look at that. Look at that. Right.
And that is us, flats.
You obviously got a 40-minute time limit, and we are just over 30 minutes. So that is
Perfect.
decent. That is a properly
Perfect.
quick roast. Admittedly, the charcoal's got to heat up. What's that? 10 minutes? You're basically bang on 40 minutes, start to finish.
Thank you, Dylan. Thank you.
Genius. Thank you, Dylan. Well, you've cooked it. Dylan's offered us nothing.
Yeah, that's
today.
very true. That's
Like
true.
nothing. He said what food he wanted delivered, and it got delivered.
Yeah,
That's all he's
you're
offered.
Right, you are right.
Right, you got. I know we're not too worried about presentation, but why don't you whack a bit of that on a plate for us?
I will. Flats, which
Just
one do you
one.
want? You choose. Go on.
Yeah, the one near me. That's
Yeah.
perfect for me.
Why do you want that on, flats?
Just convenience for you, and,
sure?
and it's bigger.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
That's the real
yeah.
reason. How many of these do you want?
Well, you put 2 on now, but I'll have another one. Thanks,
and
mate.
another one. Just,
I'll just try.
for
I'll
good
try
measure, just
4
for good
because
measure.
I'm not eating again till my next meal.
Which is
It's in about 3/4 of an hour.
depends how this goes down, doesn't it?
Yeah, that'll do me on potatoes.
You sure?
I'm off carbs.
Okay.
2022.
No
Yeah,
problem. But you want lots of broccoli, don't you?
yeah.
You're
Just
broccoli
half
now.
of that is plenty for me. I mean, that'll do me for the month. And you got some apple sauce there for us as well, haven't you?
Yeah. Are you a big fan of that? Are you?
Love it. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's food.
I can make that work for you.
It's fruit intake, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
It's one of my 35 a day.
More than that?
Yeah, a bit more. Lovely. You whack that down there. I'll get stuck into that.
There you go.
Well done, mate.
Oh,
Well, that was escaped.
perfect.
Oh, stuffing's nice.
Oh, you need the gravy.
Oh yeah, gravy.
Where do you want it? Come on.
All over, please.
All over?
Yeah. Perfect. Look at that.
Enough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could always go back with a straw. Well done, Tony. Great job.
Lovely.
Let's have a taste.
Oh, get stuck in.
Right, let's taste it. Honest feedback only, right?
First.
That gravy.
Get this,
is
let me get this
nice.
fat in me first.
Yeah, try a little bit of that fat. That is decent, isn't it?
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with that.
That is lush. That is lush. That
We can work with that.
that rub's nice, isn't it?
I told you the Cajun was going to give it a little.
Cajun has lifted it. It lifted it. And that's where you leave Dylan behind, isn't it? You know?
Yep. He took me half the way there and then
He'd have had ketchup on that.